The Ottawa Hospital has just posted a casual contract for drug diversion surveillance solutions in an attempt to monitor dangerous, toxic, and highly potent drugs spilling out of their so-called safer supply programs. And guess who's footing the bill? Let's dig in. The Ottawa Hospital is looking to hire a contractor for a 3-year deal to monitor the flood of dangerous, toxic, and potent drugs spilling out onto Canadian streets, because who would have guessed that government so-called safe supply drugs would be capitalized on by drug dealers and organized crime? And guess who's footing the bill for all of it? That's right, it's you, the Canadian taxpayer. Not only do you fund these drugs, but now you're going to fund the programs to monitor and surveil where exactly they end up, which sounds like an exercise in, futility? Now let's break this down. The Ottawa Hospital is admitting right there in black and white that their safer supply drugs, the ones that they're basically handing out like candy under this liberal pipe dream of a drug strategy, are being diverted onto the streets. Remember last year when the likes of our state broadcaster said that this wasn't happening? Well, in the words of Maury Povich, the lie detector test determined
that was a lie.
This was supposedly meant to save lives and offer a safe and secure regulated supply of hard drugs, but these are highly addictive pharmaceutical-grade opioids like hydromorphone, fentanyl, dilaudid, also known as dillies, you name it. And these government-distributed opioids and/or stimulants are often given out to addicts without proper oversight or pathways to recovery. The government knows it, the healthcare system knows it, and they're not even pretending that it's under control anymore. They're literally contracting out surveillance to track the mess that they've created. And this isn't some small-scale oopsie. This is part of the Liberals' $1 billion national drug strategy that's been pumping these drugs into the hands of addicts while overdoses and drug use skyrocket. You heard me right, that's $1 billion of your hard-earned dollars, and what exactly do we have to show for it? More addiction, more overdoses, and now hospitals scrambling to clean up the mess. Okay, but don't worry, because this is all harm reduction is what we're told, but that sounds like a strategy to minimize negative outcomes, yet in reality it's enabled continued drug use without addressing the root cause or offering meaningful support for recovery. Hand out free taxpayer-funded drugs, call it safe, and when they end up on the black market, fueling crime and overdoses, just hire a surveillance company to watch the train wreck unfold. It's a brilliant way to keep the bureaucracy bloated and the budget drained, while the real problems are swept under the rug and Canadians continue to pay. Meanwhile, our streets are turning into cesspools of open-air drug markets. This is now personal for many Canadians. We've seen all the devastation. Friends, family members, neighbors lost to addiction, and instead of real solutions like treatment, recovery programs, or cracking down on the drug trade, the Liberals doubled down on this insanity. They're not just failing, they're making it worse. And now the Ottawa Hospital's contract posting, it's like a neon sign flashing, "We know it's a disaster, but we're not stopping." This contract is basically an admission of guilt. They're saying, yeah, we know that these drugs are hitting the streets, ending up in the pockets of children, but we're just going to monitor it, okay? We're going to monitor it instead of stop it. Because stopping it would mean admitting that this safer supply experiment is a dangerous failure, and then redirecting that $1.5 billion to actual rehabilitation, mental health support, or policing to get these drugs off of our streets. Canadians deserve better than this. They're tired of watching communities crumble while bureaucrats and hospital administrators pat themselves on the back for innovative policies, ignoring the devastation left behind. It's time to defund this madness, scrap the safer supply, and invest in real solutions that save lives instead of perpetuating the destruction of them. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. We've covered the crime, the chaos, and the destruction at our special website, fixourcities.com. If you agree and would like to see cities fixed, then please consider supporting our work and signing our petition at fixourcities.com.